We cannot let that kind of aberrational thinking persist without a fight, or surely we are lost. In response to 100,000 letters, the Board of Regents will overturn this outrageous kangaroo decision rendered by the OPMC and the Commissioner. And those same letters will be able to generate enough pressure in the legislature to create new state laws guaranteeing practitioners the freedom to practice and patients the right to choose the complementary methods. We have a promise from Representative Harvey Wiesenberg in the New York State Legislature that he will open his office to our cause and spearhead a drive for such legislation. When such a law is in effect, patients will be able to be reimbursed by their health insurance for wellness care procedures. Alaska was the first state to pass such laws after the heroic efforts of Dr. Robert Rowan. But when New York State follows, so will the entire nation. As I dictate this message, it is the dawn of a new year, 1993. I'm standing in my home, flushed with the joy of the holidays shared with my family, and I ask myself, is New York State serious? Is it really their intention to strip me of my license, my livelihood, my home, and all of my possessions after more than 35 years of practice on the basis of tainted testimony before a prejudiced set of inquisitors? Am I really important enough to justify the estimated $750,000 that they've invested already in this prolonged persecution? Whether I win or lose at this point, they have already succeeded in permanently damaging my personal and professional life that I have worked for all these years, and in negating my financial preparations for the future. With all of the pressures of this interminable harassment, they have simultaneously created a situation that precludes any reasonable physician from joining me in practice to fulfill my vision of the World Health Medical Group. That has resulted in my having to struggle to meet the obligations of a group practice on my shoulders alone. I have had 1 2-week vacation in the past 5 years, and I have just been hit with legal bills for the Regents' hearing alone that already exceed $50,000. There is no insurance to cover these expenses. I'm proud of what I've done and of what I stand for. I want to see this process through to full victory, not just for my license, but for the rights of doctors and their patients to choose complementary medicine. But I can't do it without the full support of you out there. One of the strategies of medical boards has long been to win by bankrupting the accused physician. If they succeed, I will be unable to continue the fight. Obviously, not everyone can make major financial contributions, but every letter counts, and those that can't contribute money can give of their time to get other letters and contributions. The key to this effort is the health food store owners and their customers. Together we can and we must prevail. I am going before the Regents with 2 attorneys. Bob Harris has fought for me tooth and nail since the charges were first brought 3.5 years ago. He will continue to defend me and my right to practice. Michael Kennedy is an activist lawyer who made his mark defending the Native Americans at Wounded Knee and going to jail for the Chicago 7. He has been retained to represent all those who feel their right to choose their physician, and his philosophy of practice is imperiled if I should lose this appeal. Any contributor of $100 or more will be mentioned by name in the list of petitioners. But all letters will be counted and submitted regardless of monetary contribution, and yes, every dollar does count to keep us in this fight and to use our successful appeal before the Regents as a springboard to make the leap to freedom of choice for all New Yorkers and ultimately all Americans. So here's what I'm asking you to do. First of all, look over all the material that I've sent. I think it's important that you understand exactly what has happened. Then make at least 100 copies of the letter addressed to my Legal Defense Fund, care of Michael Kennedy. And put one in with every order that you sell. And talk to your customers about the importance of their making their voices heard and their dollars count. You know, I don't think that there is another retail industry remotely resembling health food store owners in their dedication and their zeal and their commitment to what they do. We know how many of these letters are going out. It would be wonderful if we could get 100% return from you, dear listener, as a representative of this industry. At least a letter. And make it identifiable to Mr. Kennedy's office by big letters on the outside, health food store owner. And let's see if we can't show them the solidarity of this community. They would never get it from electric light bulb stores or vacuum cleaner stores or sewing machine stores, but health food store owners are special. They are committed. Show your commitment to this cause, and let's really stand up and be counted. You can count on me to see this through to the bitter end. I'm counting on you for your support. Let's make sure that 1993 is the year that will be remembered as the turning point in freedom of choice for medical care in the United States. Thank you.